WBNE.
Welcome back to Perspective Z, your favorite generational podcast. I'm Katrina.
No, she's not. I'm Rachel. And boy, do we have a lot to talk about this week. I don't know. I thought it'd be fun to mix it up.
I was like, am I missing something?
No, I just thought it'd be fun to mix it up.
I mean, it threw me off guard, but go off, I guess.
Did you just hear Jazzy in the corner?
Aww.
You're dramatic, ma'am. She gets adopted tomorrow or yesterday as of posting.
Nice.
I'm very ready for it. I forgot how exhausting puppies are. And she doesn't even... it's not even like she gets up a lot in the night anymore. She gets up once now, which is great.
Yeah.
But she just... You have to watch her 24/7. And we just got our carpet cleaned.
Yeah.
On Tuesday or Wednesday of this past week. So now you have to watch her even closer, because before it was like, her having an accident, not great, but not the biggest deal in the world. We'll clean it. Besides, we're getting our carpets cleaned soon. And now it's like, we just got the carpets cleaned. That girl better not potty on the carpets.
Yeah.
And now she's going into my closet where all of my food is. Jazzy! Jazzy! Her new name is going to be Athena, because they already have a German Shepherd named Zeus.
Ooh.
She just found the spot on the wall where Sky started to chew a hole when we first moved in.
Oh, good.
And I'm really hoping she doesn't realize that's what it is. Anyway, how's your week been?
It's been alright. Just another week of trying to get through school and stuff. How was your week
That's
been?
fun. Ooh! Terrible. But I got the incident shot, my first one.
Nice. So did my dad.
I got Moderna, if anybody cares. The day after, I was miserable, which they're saying if you're miserable after the first shot, you've already had it, and I kind of don't disagree with that, because there was a week, it was either last February or last March, where I was dead sick.
Yeah.
And I had a really bad cough, but it was a wet cough, so we didn't think anything of it. Mm-hmm. But now, of course, we're learning.
Yeah.
So anyway, I got my first shot. I also, so let's see, last week I had I've been floating around a lot, so I go to different rooms and sub.
Mm-hmm.
I had a 1-year-old on Monday who ran full force into a shelf and gave herself a gnarly black eye.
Oh.
On Tuesday, I had a kid throw up and have to go home within 20 minutes of being there. He walked in, we didn't even have time for diaper changes or snack yet.
Oh.
And his dad was like, are you sure it's him? And I'm like, sir, he was wearing a mask. I am 100% positive it was him.
Yeah.
I won't go into all the details, but yes. Yes.
Yes.
And he goes, what color is it? And then he goes, oh, I guess I'll see on his clothes, right? And I was like, yup.
Yeah.
Yup, you will. I know what you guys had for dinner. And then, before noon that same day, a kid went into an allergic reaction. So that was fun.
Oh.
He has a severe peanut allergy, and we're a nut-free center, so we don't know how he reacted. But he's also allergic to polyester, so it's possible that he just had a bad reaction to life, because it's a daycare. Everything's polyester.
Yeah.
And then Wednesday... Oh, he wasn't breathing, that same kid, because he has asthma, and it changed... Our temperature went up, 40 degrees overnight. It went from negative 20 to positive 20.
Yeah.
So his allergies were really bad, and he had an awful asthma attack and was, gray in the face. So I had to keep him breathing. Thursday, I did not have to actively keep a kid alive. That was nice. And then Friday, that same kid had an asthma attack, but his mom forgot to tell us he probably would have an asthma attack, because I messaged her, and I was like, hey, just a heads up, kid's inhaler is going to expire on this day, we'll need a new one. And she was like, oh, thanks for the heads up. Oh, I forgot to mention at drop-off, but he was wheezing in the car and probably needs his inhaler. Why was your child being able to breathe not on the forefront of your mind at drop-off?
Yeah.
That's kind of an important thing.
Yeah.
Especially when you notice it in the car.
That should not be like an afterthought.
No! So he ended up being fine. He did need his inhaler, though. Yeah. But I did an allergy patch test this week.
Yeah.
If you can avoid one, avoid it. Oh my god, it's miserable. They tape, for me it was like 40, I had 42 little dots on my back that they taped over. And they just put like a spot of allergen. And it's not like the initial needle test that they do where they just put a panel of them on your back and it sits for like 15 minutes. No. This sits for 3 days. Taped to your back. So that was,
Oh.
Yeah. I couldn't tell if the screen froze or you just weren't moving. But, that was very miserable. Got that out. I learned what I'm allergic to. Because, I was breaking out in hives.
Yeah.
Like, all over my face. Mm-hmm. I'm allergic to, basically, fragrance. I'm allergic to the color blue when used in textiles.
Huh?
I'm allergic to gold and gold-plated things, so, like, gold jewelry. And then 2 other things that I don't remember off the top of my head. But, yeah, I'm allergic to blue.
How?
I don't know. But she says since I haven't noticed it before, it's probably because I always wash clothes before I wear them the first time, because you don't know who tried that on in the store. And that's kind of icky to me. So I'm able to wash out the extra dye that they leave in during manufacturing.
Yeah.
So I haven't had like an excess of it on my skin at any point, and she so needs to go into her kennel. Anyway. I'll be right back. Tell me about your favorite train.
What? I'd say my favorite train is Dinosaur Train, because I don't know any other trains off the top of my head. I probably do outside of this. But, Dinosaur Train, a bop of a show. It kind of was one of the shows that I watched a lot when I was little, and it's quality, and I was never one of those, like, dinosaur-loving kids, necessarily, but, the show was just hit different for me, I guess, and I guess my brother also liked it, so that was a plus, but I don't know what else to talk about, because Rachel still isn't back yet, so, hi, editing Rachel. It's me. I'm glad you're editing. I don't remember what I used to say in these. Oh, you're back. Hello.
Hi. So, Sky is not required to be in her kennel, ever.
Yeah.
Like, I cannot remember it's more of, if we have people over, she goes in her kennel until we gauge how ready they are to meet her, because it's a lot sometimes. But I walked over, the door was open, she was laying in her kennel, sound asleep. It's cute. I love my puppo.
Aww.
Yeah. Anyway, did you tell everyone about your favorite train? Katrina, what's your favorite thing this week?
My favorite thing this week is Stardew Valley.
Katrina! It took how many months of me pestering you to play it for you to finally ignore me and listen to someone else?
Well, I didn't really listen to someone else. I just saw it was on sale on Steam because I was looking for games to play on stream. And so I was like, oh, I could buy this now because I have the money. And Rachel always wanted me to play it, so I got it.
So you ignored Rachel until there was a sale?
Rachel, I don't have a steady income.
Anyway, how do you feel about it?
I really like it.
Dope.
I've only been playing for a little bit, though, so I haven't necessarily, like, got into that many things in the game, but...
Are you courting anyone yet?
No.
Do you know how to do that?
Not really.
Okay, so you just have to keep giving them gifts. You can give gifts twice a week. And then eventually your friendship will go up to, I think, 9 hearts. And then on a day when it is raining, you can go to the, like, over the bridge area in the beach. So if you go to the beach and then there's that area.
Yeah.
Have you built the second bridge yet?
No. But I know.
Okay, well, if you go with, like, 100 pieces of wood or something, or maybe 400, I don't know. I don't remember the exact number, but it's not a lot in the grand scheme of things.
Mm-hmm.
You can build a bridge, and then you can get, like, coral and stuff over there that you can sell.
Yeah.
But anyway, there's a guy who will sell you this rainbow pendant, but he'll only sell it to you if your hearts are above, or at or above 9 with someone. And then that's how you propose to them. And then you have to continue to build your hearts until you marry them, and then they move into your farm.
Nice.
I have married the doctor.
Yeah.
And the, Leah, the lady that lives in the cottage.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Nice. I was trying to remember, because I was, like, playing through and, like, meeting everyone, and I remembered you said something about... Is it Harvey?
Yeah, the doctor.
Yeah. I was like, I saw that his name was Harvey, and I was like, that name sounds familiar. And I was like...
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, but that was my initial game that I played. I'm on my 3rd save now, because there are so many different worlds you can start in.
Yeah.
And after a while, you get bored because you finish everything, so you just start it all over.
Yeah.
But yeah. This one, I'm not courting anyone yet. I'm just kind of living my own life, going to the mines, trying to get to the bottom of the skull mine. You know, working hard. Working hard.
Anyways, Rachel, what's your favorite thing this week?
My favorite thing this week is Girl Scout cookies, because we got Girl Scout cookies, and they taste good. So.
They do.
I don't have much of a story to mine, but Girl Scout cookies. Yeah.
Do you have something you would like to discuss, Rachel?
Yeah, what happens when you accidentally wash your Nintendo Switch card for one of your games?
I have no clue.
Oh, neither. In 2018, it said it could survive a trip through the washing machine. But I haven't put it in yet because I'm giving it plenty of time to dry first. Because it did not go through the dryer. It only went through the washer.
Yeah.
And I don't want to kill my whole system.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to.
Smart.
I'm just going to let it dry. Also, I'm going to go close my door. What's your favorite song this week, Katrina?
My favorite song this week is Help Herself by bbno Money and Diamond Pistols. And it's a pretty chill song. I saw it again on a stream because that's where I get most of my music now, apparently. But it's a very chill song, and I've been listening to it a lot, especially when I'm in person and walking between classes. It's a good song to listen to. So, yeah.
Nice.
What is your favorite song this week, Rachel?
My favorite song this week is I Don't Remember Me by Brothers Osborne, and it's a cute little love song about I don't remember who I was before you because you've changed my life so much for the better, yada yada, yada, yada yada.
Aww.
Yeah. And I'm not going to add the disclaimer because you know exactly what genre it is.
No way.
Also, I just realized I can't breathe because I didn't take my allergy meds.
That's kind of a problem.
Slightly. What's trending on YouTube?
Okay, the thing that I saw trending on YouTube that I thought we could talk about is that NASA's Perseverance rover landed on Mars.
Yay! I went to watch the video, and I actually saw a tweet about this, but I got through 10 seconds, and I was like, I've seen enough. And apparently, that's a very ADHD thing. Because someone posted a tweet. Here, I'm gonna find it, because it was funny. But tell me your thoughts while I find it.
I'm gonna be honest, I didn't even know that it was happening, and then
Same.
I talked to my dad afterwards, and, like, he showed it in his class, because he does, like, computer science and, like, math and stuff. I don't remember which class he showed it in, but, he was like, oh yeah, this is the thing that happened, and I was like, oh, because I was in catering class and making pico de gallo, and so I did not know what was going on. But it's very cool.
Alright, the tweet is, not saying my attention span is short, but there was a 26-second clip of never-before-seen footage from the surface of another planet, and at the 10-second mark, I was like, I think I get it, and just swiped away. Yep.
Yep. What are your thoughts?
My thoughts are as follows. Cool. That's my thought. Cool? Like, I do remember there was a thing where you could get your name on it. Like, they had a bunch of them somewhere. But that was, several months ago. And I don't have the attention span for a 26-second video of footage from a new planet, so you think I remember what happened 7 months ago?
Probably not.
Nope. I don't. Yeah. What should we talk about next?
I don't know, what should we talk about next?
Well, you know what I think we should talk about next?
We
should talk about us not talking and us listening. What do you listen to in your free time, Katrina?
I listen to Bacon and Eggs, a movie lovers podcast with new episodes every Thursday, wherever you get your podcasts now on Spotify.
Wow, what's that about?
It's about what movies.
Oh, cool.
So if
Is
you...
it though? Is it?
Is it though? Not really.
Enough?
But if you enjoy movies and like off-topic conversations that are based around those movies, you will enjoy Bacon and Eggs. So if you somehow do not already listen to Bacon and Eggs, make sure you check out their show because it is very, very good.
And if you're here from Bacon and Eggs, hi!
Hey!
Welcome. Love to have ya. I was gonna say hi, Mom, but I would hope my mom would come from me telling her to listen to the podcast and not...
And not Tyler and Ethan.
It's fine. Hi, Mom, anyway. Alright. You know what I like to listen to?
What do you like to listen to, Rachel?
I love to listen to, not just like, but love, Late to the Party, which is a Dungeons and Dragons podcast hosted, well, Dungeon Master, so like host, as I see it in my brain, is Jordan Bulkey. And then there are 4 players, Tyler Doobie, Ethan Edgehill, Camille Leonard, and Scott Newswander. I should know how to pronounce his name, and I don't. That's awkward. I'm sorry, Scott. I'm sorry. But anyway, they play Dungeons and Dragons, and it's really cool, and I like it, and new episodes every other Monday.
Nice.
And one of our newest, that makes me feel special. One of the newest podcasts to the network, along with us, is, actually, she joined before us by technically a week. Officially, technically a week. Anyway, Unsobered, which is hosted by Julia Kendall.
Hi, I'm Julia, the host of Unsobered, Women of History and Literature, the podcast where I talk about the women that the history books, history classes, and the general public often overlook, or who just get a brief mention, but we never really know the whole story of their impact on the world we live in. On Unsobered, I share the stories and histories of these amazing, strong women. And while I tell you the history we don't get from traditional history classes, I get more and more drunk over the course of the episode. So join me to learn about your favorite women, or to find a new favorite woman that you didn't even know contributed to one of your favorite things. New episodes released every other Friday.
Well, thanks, Jules.
Yeah, thank you,
Giving us that blurb. What are our listeners questioning, Katrina?
Our first listener question is from @Kane_I, and they ask, who is your favorite superhero and why?
Okay, so my gut reaction is Spider-Man because Tom Holland. But, like, I do actually like Marvel. A lot of Marvel characters. I like Batman because my best friend liked Superman. So
Fair enough.
I was like, well, yeah, I'm gonna pick Batman. I like Iron Man. I mean, who wouldn't want to be a superhero just because they're rich? It's the same with Batman. Literally, Spider-Man, or Iron Man and Batman, same character. Captain Marvel's great, obviously.
Yeah.
The 80 power. I don't know. I would say those are my top 4. I listed 4.
Yeah.
Ooh, Baymax from Big Hero 6.
Yes, my favorite superhero.
Who's your favorite superhero other than Baymax, of course?
I agree with most of your list, like Captain Marvel, Spider-Man. I'm not as into Marvel as I think you are. So I'm gonna have to say Honey Lemon from Big Hero 6.
Beautiful!
That is such a good movie, by the way. I rewatched it, like, not recently, but, like, a couple months ago, and I was like, wow, what a good movie.
Beautiful.
What's our next listener question, Rachel?
Our next listener question is from @TylerCarlin11, one of the co-hosts of Bacon and Eggs and founder of WBNE. He says, why must I... This is all caps, by the way, but I'm not going to scream. Why must I center part? Why must I eliminate skinny jeans? I don't know! Because I like those... I say I wasn't going to scream, and then I screamed. I like those things. I love center part. No, I don't like center parts. I like my side part. You're over here with the center part. See, this is why I say you're more Gen Z than me. Katrina has a center part. I don't know. I like the style, and it was the only way I would ever wear my hair down when I was little, and sometimes still, it's the only way I wear my hair down. Skinny jeans are literally all I wear, because my work uniform is black pants, but black jeans count, so I wear black skinny jeans. What about you?
Okay. So, the thing is that nobody's necessarily forcing you to change the way that you are, especially since you guys are considered adults. So, if you want to change based on what's trendy, you can, but nobody's forcing you to. So, nobody's necessarily forcing you to follow the trends, but if you want to, you can. Center part, the thing is I, like, had a center part for, like, most of my life, and then I think, like, sophomore and junior year, I had a side part, and then I just switched back, because the thing is when you cut your hair to a side part, it looks really, really weird whenever your hair isn't specifically in that side part. And so, I just wanted to, like, at least get it cut to a center part so that my hair didn't look that weird, because it looked really weird when it wasn't specifically in that one spot. But, like, I don't know. You can do what you want. I don't necessarily.
Literally always do what you want. Who cares what other people think? Except me. I care what other people think of me. But no one else should, right? Because be your own person.
Yeah.
And it's my thing to care what other people... I'm the one that invented being self-conscious, okay? Nobody else gets to do it.
But yeah, I've been seeing a lot of, like, it was really weird because I didn't hear this thing come up. Like, I knew that people had stopped wearing skinny jeans and, like, a lot of people preferred middle parts, but I didn't hear about this whole, like, not necessarily argument, not necessarily generation war like I initially was going to say. But, like, I didn't hear about this until, we were talking to one of my mom's church friends, and, like, she was talking about how on her, like, millennial mom blogs, they were talking about this, how, like, Gen Z is ruining trends for everyone. And then we got this question.
Oh, we got our first ruin! Actually, I think we killed Facebook, was what our first killed, ruined, whatever it was.
Yeah, and then, we got this question from Tyler, like, right after, and I didn't realize this was a thing until, like, those two things happened in, like, quick succession. But...
Did you know there's a word for that when you don't know about something, but once you learn about it,
once you learn about it,
everywhere?
It's literally everywhere? What's the
There's
word?
a word for it, but I don't remember what it is.
Oh. But that happens to me, like, all the time. But it's... I don't know. Just do what you want.
So,
don't let the younger or older generation necessarily dictate what you want to do. Don't let your own generation dictate what you want to do. If you want to wear skinny jeans and that's considered uncool, then just do what you want. It doesn't necessarily affect anyone. It's just clothes and hair and yeah.
I heard about it on Twitter like 2 weeks ago, but I didn't think much of it. But I've just seen it more and more and more, where I have not seen a single Gen Z person say, oh, you can't wear skinny jeans in a middle part. But I've seen a million millennials with, why are Gen Z saying we can't do this?
Yeah,
I'm like,
literally.
I literally haven't seen it.
Literally, after we got this question, like, I decided to, like, look up articles, and most of them were by millennials, and they just posted a bunch of TikToks of millennials yelling, and they're like, we invented all of this, and, like, first of all, no, you really didn't, because the world has existed for a long time.
Yeah.
But it was just, I don't know why they were so mad about it.
I know, I feel like we're seen as an angry generation, but I feel like millennials get mad at us because we exist.
Yeah, they're just
I love you, millennials, and I know that's probably not the case, but for, like, day-to-day interactions, but on the internet, that is so what it feels like.
Yeah, when it's like, I was just watching so many TikToks, and all these people were getting so mad about it and so defensive. They're like, I'm gonna wear my side part because I think it's sexy, and you don't know what sexy means because you're a child.
Also, I don't think they realize we're in college. Like, the older ones of us, we're in college.
Yeah, we're in college,
supposed to be.
like, high school.
And then I saw something the other day, and it was like, it was on the radio. It was like, Gen Z's barely out of diapers, and they're telling us this, and I'm like,
hate to break
my
it
kids
to
barely
you,
out
but...
of diapers are Gen Alpha. Gen Alpha starts, I want to say it starts at, like, 2005 or something. It's super, like, I feel like Gen Z was not a long generation, but we had so much change. It might be closer to 2010, but...
Yeah, it says, Gen Alpha, like, 2009, 2010.
Oh my god, there's an article that says, Understanding Generation Alpha from Australia.
So true.
Many of them will live to see the 22nd century.
That's
I mean,
wild.
yeah, but in my brain, that's like, I'm thinking 3,000, not 2,100.
Yeah.
So I'm like, they're gonna go, what now?
Basically, rule of thumb, you don't...
If they're in diapers, they're not Gen Z.
Yeah, if they're in diapers, they're not Gen Z, just because we're the...
They're born to millennial parents.
Yeah. Like, just because we're the youngest generation that's, like, on social media right now does not mean we are the youngest generation.
We're not, though. If they were born in 2010, some of them are, like, 11 now and starting to lie about their age and get on social media.
Yeah.
Like we all did. Yeah.
Because 2010, that means they're, 10, 11.
The oldest ones would be turning 11 this year.
Or the youngest ones. Or, wait.
No, the oldest. The youngest ones are not born yet.
Oh, I thought we were talking Gen Z, not Gen Alpha.
No. Yeah, no, no.
But basically, do what you want. If you go against the trends, that's okay. It's okay. You don't have to follow whatever's trendy, especially if you're an adult and trends don't necessarily matter.
Okay, but I found this Gen Alpha digital, I'm gonna send it to you. It's like an infographic.
Where?
Discord. But it's actually super interesting. It shows like the incoming and outgoing technology each year leading up to now. So it's got like 2010, the iPod was coming in and MySpace was going out.
Oh.
The ones born in 2017, Fortnite was in and CDs and DVDs were out? Excuse you? What the explicit language? No! This makes me uncomfortable. Credit cards are going out? It says in 2022, credit cards will be outgoing technology. Ma'am! Desktop computers. They're saying this year, desktop computers will be outgoing technology, and I very much disagree
I
with
disagree, because do you know how many people are, like, building PCs, especially, like,
yeah.
in the, like, Twitch community or gaming community or, like, any of that, there are so many people that are buying PCs.
Mm-hmm.
That they're not outgoing technology.
Fax machine. They're putting fax machine as outgoing in 2015. I would have put it about 2005.
Yeah.
But, you know. That's fine. We can disagree on that one. Man, this makes me uncomfortable. They say an analog watch will be outgoing technology in 2024, and I believe that because they're not teaching kids in elementary school now. It's not required they learn how to read an analog watch or an analog clock.
Really?
So we have a really, really big one at daycare, and when I say really, really big, I mean, like, I want to say it's 3 feet by 3 feet. Like, it is huge on our wall.
Oh, wow.
And the school agers will come up and go, what time is it? And I'm like, read the clock. And they're like, we don't know how to read that. Excuse you!
Huh?
They literally cannot read them. And I don't understand that. And they don't learn cursive anymore, which I was actually talking to my mom about that. And she has, like, 40 minutes of social time, or, like, social studies time that they never know what to fill it with, because they have a social studies lesson, but that's at a different time. So, they don't have anything to do during that time. So I was like, what if you taught them cursive? And she's doing it. She's making her 4th graders learn cursive. The world is becoming right again. But also, the bottom of this infographic thing, the second page has, like, a comparison chart of slang terms that were popular for generations builders, so World War II, boomers. Why does it say builders? Oh, because the boomers were after them. Okay. So it's builders through Generation Alpha, and it's, like, slang terms, social markers, iconic cars, iconic toys, music devices, leadership styles, screen content. It says Generation Alpha's iconic toys are fidget spinners. I disagree with you on that one.
Yeah, I disagree.
Heavily. They say ours are a folding scooter. I mean, Razor scooters were pretty iconic, but I would not call that our iconic toy.
What would be our iconic toy, do you think?
I don't know. I would agree that Generation Alpha's music device would be smart speakers.
Silly pants.
I would disagree with ours being Spotify. Although, maybe not. I don't know, because it goes from, like, all the other generations are what you physically listen to it on.
Yeah.
And that's why I disagree with Spotify. Because Millennials is iPods, Gen A is smart speakers. What are we? I would say we were iPod shuffles, because we got the iPod shuffle. We had the iPods, but so Millennials had, like, the iPod, or the iPod shuffle. We had the iPod Touch, which is very different.
I mean, the thing is if we're talking about Gen Z as ending in, like, 2009 and starting in 1995, what we used wasn't necessarily what the same people born in 2009
I also disagree
used.
with 95. I disagree with both of those, quite honestly. Those end times. I don't know. I think of Gen Z as, like, 2000 to 2005. Everybody else, go. You're not Gen Z. Like, in my mind, it is 5 years long. Yeet is not a Generation Alpha term. We made that. We yeeted. You are to be yeet. Anyway, what's our next listener question, Katrina? I kind of forgot we were still recording.
A link to the graphic in the description.
I will, yes, because it is fascinating.
It is very fascinating. But our next listener question is from @melmic222. Hi, Mom. And she asks, what is a 2020 thing you refrained from or didn't get into? Like, I didn't watch Tiger King.
I watched Tiger King. I did not ever do the, like, cloud bread, the cloud coffee, the baking stuff.
Yeah. I didn't do Tiger King. I didn't do, the baking stuff either. I'm trying to... What happened in 2020?
Ma'am?
Like, I know what happened, but I don't remember all the individual trends, so I'm trying to...
I know. The world almost exploded a couple times.
Yeah. That isn't necessarily something that you can
Top
miss or not take part
trends
in.
of 2020. Pop sugar. These are the biggest trends of 2020. That's not a trend. Embracing earthy neutrals. None of these are trends.
Remember when podcast mics just like
yes
they didn't get sold anymore because so many people were starting podcasts? That was so funny. I wouldn't necessarily
none of these
call
are
this
trends.
a trend, but it says kids' toys get inclusive.
That's not a trend, honey. That's gonna stick around.
Yeah, that's just society evolving.
Yeah, none of these are trends.
Not the
baby products for the brain. That's not a trend. That's been a thing.
Not the signs that say we do not have Wi-Fi. Talk to each other. Pretend it's 1995. I thought all of those
Screw
signs
you.
were, like, memes because
They
like,
are.
It's like we do not.
I think that's a bunch of crap. You don't know why. 5 trends for 2020. Number 4, the burnout. Yo.
That's a
just
trend.
yes. 100 pop culture trends.
How did we find the exact same one at the same time?
Because we searched the same thing in Google. I don't know.
All of
I
these are, like,
existed.
toys and stuff.
It's also, I don't think, an American website, because it's showing a lot of Japanese things. Anyway, I don't know. I didn't participate in any TikTok dances. I don't dance for TikTok.
That's a fashion guide. I don't know. I didn't necessarily participate in many trends because I was just sitting at home. Oh, do you remember?
The Imagine...
No, I was saying the Until Tomorrow thing that happened at the beginning of quarantine on Instagram. Did you see those?
No.
Where
I don't think so.
So basically what happened, I didn't know if this was like a worldwide, nationwide thing, but basically it was a trend that you would post something and then you would post a really embarrassing picture of yourself or a really, like, quirky picture of yourself, and then you would make the caption "Until tomorrow," and then if anybody liked the post...
Oh, I hate those things. You tried to make me do it, and I said no. I think those things are stupid. Let me live my Instagram life of occasionally... Like, I post once every 6 months. Someone has to be born, someone has to die, or it has to be the anniversary of one of those things for me to post on Instagram.
But, yeah, basically, Basically what it was is if somebody liked it, you had to, like, DM them and be like, haha, now you have to post one of these.
It's a bunch of crap. It's
thing
garbage.
Is I am not comfortable DMing every single person that follows me, so I just did the ones that, like, I would DM them either as a joke because I knew they wouldn't do it, which was, like, most of the people I did, or people that I thought it would be funny to see what they posted. I only did it because I was feeling specifically quirky that day, apparently. But it's still in my archive, and I still look back at it and think it's very funny. But I will not be participating in any of those trends anymore, because that was just something else. Anyways, what's our next question, Rachel?
Well, before I go to our next question, I will point out we're already having a lively discussion about this infographic, and if you want to be able to have lively discussions with it, you should go to patreon.com. I almost said WBNE.com. Nope, that's not even a website. It's WBNE.org. But patreon.com/perspective_z. Hit our $3 tier, which is our Patreon, or you could join our $15 tier, which gives you access to all the WBNE shows, like tabs on Patreon or Discord. For the most part, everyone is agreeing that Yeet is Gen Z. Gen Alpha doesn't get that. But anyway, our next question, now that we have our little, is from @geek_teach.
Hi, Dad.
And he says, a quote from this week: "The first person to step on Mars is already alive. What is a Gen Zer's perspective?" Anytime I hear things like that, anytime I hear things like that, I'm like, oh, okay, and then 30 minutes later, I'm like, oh!
Yeah, it makes sense because of everything that's been happening, concerning, the Mars, rover landing, that would be the next step, but, I don't know. Cool.
Yeah. It's okay. That's the next step for space discovery. So, I don't know. It's not super surprising for me.
Yeah.
So I'm like, alright. Cool. Katrina!
Yeah?
Can it be time for our favorite segment on this podcast? Let's take a BuzzFeed quiz.
It sure can.
What's our BuzzFeed quiz this week?
Our BuzzFeed quiz this week is answer 10 seemingly random questions and we'll reveal what kind of muffin matches your vibe.
I want to know what muffin I am. At first I thought this was the tiny little muffins that you get in a pack of 4.
Yeah.
And I thought it was going to give me you are the blueberry tiny ones, or they make banana ones. One of my kids loves them. I think they're disgusting. He really likes banana, though, because he comes in with his banana-flavored muffins and an actual banana every day.
Oh.
Yeah. And a cup of milk. Anyway, how would you describe yourself? Introvert, antisocial extrovert, social introvert, or extrovert? Wait, what is a social introvert? Because I might be that. What is a social introvert? Oh yeah, I'm a social introvert. If I go out, I prefer to be home, alone, or only go out with a select few of your best buddies rather than partying with a large crowd of people. Yeah, 100%.
I'll say social introvert too then. It was funny because I took not the 16 personalities quiz, but another Myers-Briggs one that's supposed to be more accurate to cognitive things instead of just what you think you do. And
is it Enneagram?
Yeah. Well,
we've talked about Enneagram on the podcast before.
Yeah. But I took it and it had percentages of which side you were on, and I got 100% on feeling rather than thinking.
Yeah, I believe that.
Anyways, is it my turn for the question?
Yes.
Our next question is, do you like animals? I'm obsessed. They're pretty great. Some are okay. Ha, no.
Oh, I have to answer that. Okay. I'm obsessed.
I'm saying they're pretty great.
Next question. Our next question is, what would you rather have for breakfast? Bagels, toast, oatmeal, or cereal? Did anybody see my tweet of, you can't convince me that bagels are anything more than a vessel for cream cheese to enter my body? Bagels. I love cream cheese.
I'll do, cereal. Next question is, which of these fruits do you like the best? Apple, pineapple, watermelon, or mango?
Ooh, that is 3 really good fruits and apples. Like, I don't dislike apples, but when you're like pineapple, watermelon, mango, apple. Like, well,
Yeah.
these are very tropical fruits, I feel like, and apple.
Yeah.
I guess of these I'll go watermelon.
I'll do pineapple. Next question is, favorite time of day? Morning, late at night, noon, or super early morning?
I do not enjoy day. I simply exist. Here's the thing, I would love to be a late at night person, but I'm not right now because I have to be up at 6 a.m. every morning and care for children at 7.
I texted you at like...
It was 9 o'clock my time and I was sound asleep. I'm very aware. And then I slept until like 8. Well, I guess I slept till 7.
Though. I was gonna text you earlier and then I was like, maybe... And then I looked at the clock and I was like, oh no, this is probably when Rachel's going to sleep. I don't know if she'll respond until the morning.
So, like, tonight I'll be able to stay up late. Tomorrow night I will not. Because tonight, as of recording, is Saturday night. So, Saturday is normally my night where I'm like, screw it, I'm gonna stay up and be miserable tomorrow.
Yeah.
And then I sleep until, like, 11. Actually, my weekend routine is I get up at 7, go eat breakfast, stay up for another half hour or so, and then go back to bed until 11.
Mm-hmm.
Like, no joke, I wake up at 7, go back to bed at 9, and then wake up again at 11. And it's beautiful. So, I don't know, I guess I prefer late at night just because, like, the house is quiet, and so it feels like I have the house to myself.
Yeah.
And I like being alone. Maybe I'm not a social introvert. Maybe I'm just an introvert.
I said late at night.
Okay, that I believe. I feel like if I did not have work responsibilities, I would be late at night 100%.
Yeah.
But it's not just like I can show up to my job exhausted and unable to do things, because this week I actively kept children alive. You gotta be able to do that.
Yeah.
Next question is, pick an animal. Rowdy raccoon, happy horse, cuddly cat, or energetic dog. All that talk of me being tired, and I'm gonna pick the energetic dog.
I'll do cuddly cat.
Alright, what's our next question?
This sentence is a lie. Okie dokie, yes it is. No, it isn't. Shut up.
My response isn't shut up, it's hush, but shut up. Because I literally read it and I was like, hush. And then I saw the response was shut up, and I was like, well, that's a little more aggressive than but yeah.
I'll do okie dokie, because my first thought was just okay.
Which of these would you rather be? I thought this was going to be like funny, kind, no, centaur, satyr, fairy, elf. Probably an elf.
I'd say fairy.
He's an angry elf.
He's an angry elf. Next. What?
I said next.
Oh, yeah. Next is, would you rather binge a show, watch a movie, read a book, or go out?
Binge a show.
I'll do watch a movie.
Alright, and finally, pick a number. 2, 5, infinity, or 3. Infinity's not a number! 3.
I picked 2.
Remember at the beginning when I said, I'm the blueberry muffins?
Yeah.
I'm the blueberry muffins!
I got chocolate chip muffin.
You protect, but if you have to, you attack. You tend to keep things to yourself, and you like it that way. You're full of surprises. I agree.
Mine says, you're sweet, polite, and probably fairly quiet. You're the type of person who likes to keep the peace. You're also extremely popular. The first part until the last sentence was spot on, I think.
Yeah.
I wouldn't consider myself popular.
I'm still caught up on this infographic, because one thing you have to keep in mind is I do believe it's from an Australian research group. So that you have to remember that as you look at it. But oh man, I don't know. Join patreon.com/perspective_z at the $3 tier. Tell me your thoughts, because I have so many.
Yeah. And you should also go check out our other tiers because,
Yeah, they just changed very slightly.
yeah, very slightly. But they're pretty cool still. So you should make sure.
They're even cooler,
They're
actually.
even cooler, yes.
Even cooler.
Yes.
Alright, is there anything else we need to talk about this week?
I don't think so.
Well, in that case,
This has been another episode of Perspective Z. That's been Rachel.
that's been Katrina, or has it?
Thanks for listening.
Bye!
Toodles.